Everybody, this is Cargo coming back at you. Okay, remember I'm the guy that's traveling from the bottommost point in South America all the way up to the very top of Alaska. And as I promised before, I'm going to tell you about the equipment that I'm going to be taking with me. First of all, we'll start with the big stuff, like my tent, my home sweet home away from home. And this is a black diamond tent. The thing I like about this tent is it's very lightweight, easy to put up. I can put this thing up in less than a minute and take it down in half that time. I also like the fact that my tent poles are on the inside right here. And the reason that makes a difference to me is because on those very, very cold nights when I'm inside, I can break down my tent poles 1 or 2 notches, which actually decreases the volume of my tent, thus making it easier for me to warm the air up inside of my tent. So anyhow, so that's what it is. Also, attached to that, I have my little banner on the back side right here that also acts as an extra rain protector from me. So my banner. So, okay, moving right along. All right, next thing I have is my sleeping bag. I have my sleeping bag right here. It's in this compressible little waterproof bag right here. So basically all you do is you stuff your sleeping bag in there and you can compress this down into a nice little ball just like this. It's like a 3-season sleeping bag. It's good for only down to about 40 degrees. Of course, I can do little things that help that out and make it compatible for some colder weather. Also, this thing here, I can put what I call my puff jacket, which is my winter jacket, inside here also and compress it all down and still get it down to a little size, just about like this right here. So now that we're talking about my puff jacket, this is my winter gear right here. Now this is not going to do me when I get to Alaska, but for probably the first year and a half, this is probably going to be enough. My average temperatures down in southern Argentina are going to be around 40 to 50 degrees during the day and around 40 degrees at night. So this will be enough to sustain me. Okay, I also have the clothes that I'll be wearing. Now keep in mind, most of these I'll be wearing, and so they're not going to be in my bag anyhow. So what I'm taking with me, I'm taking 1 long pair of pants, 1 pair of shorts, sort of a tank top, a short sleeve shirt, a long sleeve shirt, and all this stuff is layered and it's fast drying, so that when it does get wet, which it will, then it'll dry up really, really fast. Also, I'll be taking 2 pair of underwear and 2 pair of socks to go along with that. Because it's the winter time, sometimes your poles and stuff get cold or take the chill off. I got a pair of fast drying gloves also. A little pad for my knee. I have a little problem with my knee sometimes. Okay, moving right along. Now, this is my rain gear here. Basically, actually, it's just a big trash bag, and I put a hole in the top for my head and 2 holes in the side for my arm. The thing I like about this is it's very, very light. I could use a nice rain jacket, but I don't need the extra weight. And this thing will cover me and my backpack when I'm wearing it. And it's light and also more breathable because I have lots of air underneath to do it. So that's what I use. And then I have a backup bag that I can use to help waterproof my stuff. I like these 3 and 4-in-1 things. This here's a little whistle with a thermostat and a compass on it and a little magnifying glass, so when I have to read the little fine print of things, and it hooks right onto my backpack. Whoops, sorry. Here I have a can opener right here, nice and lightweight. I can also open a bottle of beer or whatever, and a backup spoon for me right there in case I need that. My water filtration system right here, very small, light, so if I have to stop at a stream and get some water or whatnot, then I can use this water filtration system. And these are my water bottles right here. I've got enough right here. They're very lightweight, they're foldable, so when you're not using them, they don't take up much space. Right here is enough for about 3.5 liters right here, and I can always add bottles of water along with me when I go. But I like these because they break down and they're very lightweight. This here is called a spot device. This is my GPS that I'll be taking. It's a little bit weighty, but this is what I'll be taking along with me and it'll mark my entire progress all the way up through the Americas right there. And I'll be able to send back information, or in case of an emergency, it's set up through the satellite system up above. And so that's what I'll be taking with me to mark my entire area. I've got some extra batteries with this, lithium batteries, which are very weighty. Okay, the other technology that I'll be taking with me is my iPhone and several attachments, my wall charger, a car charger, and I've got 2 of those extra portable batteries right there that each one should recharge my iPhone 1 time or 1.5 times or whatnot. And then I've got extra batteries for that. Here, my lighting system, my flashlight right here, nice little flashlight, but it's got LEDs and it's very, very bright. Okay, and then I've got a backup right here, which is, you generate it like that and it lights up. So those are my flashlights. I've got my mosquito net right here. I made this mosquito net from just netting that I bought at Walmart, and I made it so that I could not only cover my head, but all the way down over my shoulders and my backpack, okay? I'm sure in some places I'm gonna have real trouble. Plus it fits right over the top of my hat, and it covers most of the upper part of my body right here. So, and a little bit of DEET to go along with that. So all lightweight stuff. All right. I have here, I don't like this extra weight, but I need to do something so I can get information back. It's like a little selfie gadget that I can put on the end of my hiking pole, and a little clicker to start it and stop it. I don't like usually take stuff like this, but in order to get information back and be able to take videos easy as I'm walking, I've got that kind of setup right there. So we'll see how that works. And then your normal chapstick. You have no idea when you're out there on the road how your lips get chapped and just something like that. Toothbrush, well, nice little mini toothbrush right here that I've cut down, and a little mini comb for me. These things are important. Now, I used to take little combs and drill them even smaller than this and drill little holes and stuff, but I'm not quite so fanatic anymore. And I have my razor, which, okay, I am a little fanatic still. I've cut off the handles on here because I can shave just as easily like this, all right? And 3 blades right there, that'll sustain me for a while, then I can just buy some more. All right, my first aid kit, which is just ibuprofen, basically ibuprofen, some shampoo. This right here is the cap off of a little roll-on deodorant right here. And what I've done, what I use this for is a lot of times when you're hiking, especially when you're training and you get wet, you start chafing in between your legs and whatnot. I found that you can go out and buy the expensive stuff, which is called Glide, that you can put on, and it helps keep that from happening. But just a little dollar thing of deodorant right like this, and I've taken it out of the container and put it down in the cap. And that there, whenever I start to chafe a little bit, I put a little bit on that, and it works just as well as Glide does, and it's a lot cheaper. And you can buy it anywhere along the way. So, I've got my sewing kit. I've got a little deep blue with me that Alva insists that I take with me to help the sore muscles as I go along. It's the same as this right here, except it comes as an essential oil, and it only takes a drop or 2, and rub that on you, and long-lasting, soothing forever. All right, now here I have my titanium cup that I bought. Okay, it's very, very lightweight, and I got this because really you can cook with it. It's, like I said, it's super, super lightweight, like this, the lightest on the market. I mean, sometimes, it feels so light it can just like float right out of your hands. It's so, oh my God. Okay. Oh well. All right, yeah, seriously, cargo. Okay, moving right along. All right, here I've got money, credit cards, records, shot records, things that are going to help me cross the border and whatnot. A little notepad right here. Dictionary, Spanish dictionary. My Spanish is enough to get by, okay, but so I'm going to take that and I'm going to try to practice along the way. And it's really, really heavy. I'm still debating whether to take that or not. Here I've got some fancy schmancy glasses here that bend and fold and telescope, you know, and then you can put them back in this nice little hard case and protect them because I'm always breaking glasses. So, toilet paper. And a little picture of Logan to take along the way. I kind of carry that wherever I go. And people are always asking me about self-defense. Holly, what are you going to do for self-defense? Cargo, what are you going to do? Are you going to carry a gun with you? Well, first of all, I have like 14 to 15 countries to go through. And I doubt I could even smuggle a gun into the first one, let alone all those. And probably only need the gun when I get to the U.S. anyhow. But for your peace of mind and mine, I do have a little something that's probably a little scarier than a gun that I take with me. Say hello to my little friend, Furious. Yeah. Okay. So I picked this up in McDonald's about 4 years ago or whatever, and I've never had a problem since then. First of all, I want to thank McDonald's for unknowingly sponsoring me on my trip across the Americas. Like I said, you mess with Cargo, you mess with Furious. And it also works pretty good spreading butter and peanut butter on bread. So anyhow, Furious. And really, protection I have also. Alba's mother gave me this little Catholic emblem right here to help protect me. It's the Virgin of Los Angeles, and it's the protector of Costa Rica. And then I have this St. Michael's little thing here also. This is from my mother, and reminds me back when I was in the Army in the Ranger Battalion. Every time I'd come home on holiday and I'd go back to the Ranger Battalion, I'd find that she would sew these things in my pockets and on the insides of my shirts and stuff to help protect. So that's the protection I have. And then of course I have my little green hearts that I'm taking with me. Hope to distribute those as much as I can. They're lightweight, they just take up a lot of room, but other than that. And all of that stuff is going to fit here in this small little bag that I have. All right. I don't have a scale with me here, but I did weigh it when I was back in the States, and everything weighs about 10.5 pounds minus the food and the water that I'll be taking with me. So that's it as far as the what I'll be taking with me. Next time I want to talk about geography and weather along the way and what to expect about that. Remember, if you have any questions, email me. I'll be glad to answer them. And this is Cargo, and we are moving on.